Halo, the upcoming TV show based on the super successful military sci-fi game of the same name, is almost ready to drop. The show, which will be released later this spring, sees a stellar cast bringing to life the adventures of Master Chief Petty Officer John 11-7 and his sidekick Cortana. Today we'll be discussing everything we know about this show so far, so stay with us. First up, what was the game about? Created by game developer Bungie, Halo first came to prominence more than 20 years ago, having been released back in November 2001. The game was an instant hit and focused on the adventures of John, Master Chief Sierra 11-7. Our hero is a super soldier of the Spartan group, and he also has a buddy who accompanies him on his dangerous missions, named Cortana, an AI. The original game and subsequent games focus on the interstellar war which has been brought to the doorstep of humanity by the Covenant, a group of aliens hell-bent on having humanity submit to their whims. Covenant are led by the Prophets, who worship a civilization known as the Forerunners, who lust after the Halo array, a group of super weapons mistaken by the Covenant as religious artifacts. When the games first dropped, there was mass hype surrounding them, and they proved super popular from the outset. They were critically acclaimed and broke records all over the place, from sales records to becoming the highest grossing media franchise of all time. As well as the games, we now have novels, comic books, short stories, and as we know, an upcoming TV series, which we are psyched about. There was also a new game, Halo Infinite, released just last November, which proves the Halo brand is still going strong. Are you a fan of the Halo games? Let us know which one was your favorite below. So who's in the upcoming TV show? Stay tuned to find out. To say the TV show will feature a host of top-of-the-range acting talent would be something of an understatement. Playing the lead role of John is none other than Pablo Schreiber, who rose to prominence in a starring role on season 2 of the hit show The Wire. This was Schreiber's first role and impressed so much that he went on to star in shows like Law & Order, Weeds, and Orange is the New Black. Joining Schreiber on screen is the beautiful Natasha McKellan, the Irish actress who also starred in Californication, played the ex-wife of David Duchovny's character Hank Moody, has a ton of acting credits to her name. She'll play the role of Dr. Catherine Halsey, having also appeared in movies such as The Truman Show and Ronin, opposite Jim Carrey and Robert De Niro, respectively. The role of Cortana will be played by Jen Taylor, who has voiced the character in the games previously. We don't know if the actress will just provide the voice for this one or will actually appear on screen, but probably more likely the former. Also joining us is Bokeem Woodbine of Fargo fame. He'll play Soren 006, a privateer who struggles with morality, and Admiral Margaret Pongarowski will be played by legendary Indian actress Shabana Azmi. This pair will provide a ton of experience to the cast, who can't wait to see what they bring to the table. Also coming aboard to support the main cast will be Yerin Ha, who will play Quan, Charlie Murphy, no, not that one, as McKee, and Olive Gray as Miranda Keyes. Who are you most looking forward to seeing on Halo? So is there a trailer for the upcoming show? Well, now you ask, yes, there is. Although it doesn't give away a whole lot, it does give us a first look at what we can expect visually from the new show. The Covenant's holy city of high charity looks great. We also hear from our favorite doctor, Dr. Halsey, talking about Master Chief in the trailer. The graphics look insane, and although it's obviously CGI to death, they've done a great job. Trailer opens with a spacecraft flying into high charity under the watchful eye of Halsey, who appears to be narrating the trailer. We also see glimpses of our other characters, including Woodbine's Soren 006 and Ha's Quan. Schreiber's John only appears fully suited up, but this one looks pretty epic. Cannot wait for it to drop. There is no indication of what the storyline will consist of, but we imagine it'll stick pretty closely to the games. We do see a child in the trailer, however, leading us to believe that we'll learn a little more about Chief's backstory, assuming the child is in fact an earlier version of our lead character. What direction would you like to see the show head in? Let us know below. So, do we know anything at all about this story? As we mentioned above, there was a little given away by the trailer in regards to the plot of the upcoming Halo series, but show insiders have revealed that there will be a new story which will be incredibly respectful of the canon, whilst trying to strike a balance between giving fans something new but not completely wiping out what came before. Game developer Kiki Wolfkill of games company 343 had this to say in relation to the show's plot. As we think about what it means to bring video game franchises to movie or TV, the biggest challenge can often be finding the right balance between moments fans have already experienced and moments that have yet to be experienced through a different medium, perspective, or creative lens. We're excited to navigate these creative waters to bring you something that's both respectful of what you already know and love, but also new, surprising, and enthralling. So there you go, keeping her cards pretty close to her chest. It's been suggested the show could cover the origins of Chief and how he came to be involved in the Spartan program. Also, we'd like to see more about his first contact with the Covenant and how all of that came about. What would you like to see the new story cover? Let us know below. How will we be able to watch the show then? Stay with us to find out. It was originally announced that the show would be aired via Showtime, but the broadcaster's parent company, Viacom CBS, recently announced it would be changed to Paramount Plus, meaning fans can stream at their own leisure. Paramount Plus streaming service will be a direct replacement for CBS All Access, which hosts shows like Star Trek Discovery and Picard. Moving Halo to this platform is in keeping with the sci-fi space theme. Chief Creative Officer over at Viacom CBS, David Nevins, said they were looking for new shows to branch out from Star Trek and saw Halo as the perfect fit. He said it could be a defining show for a newish service that's got all firepower of an entertainment corporation behind it. The platform the show will be viewed on won't make a difference to the show's creators, however, and won't impact the way they choose to tell the story. However, it could impact subscribers as the two networks, Showtime and Paramount Plus, operate individually on a subscription basis. So, how many episodes will there be? Initially, Showtime had stuck to the recent trend of big budget TV shows by ordering 10 episodes. However, they decreased their order and there will only be 9 episodes of the first season. Showtime has big hopes for the show and even claimed Halo will be the most ambitious series ever on the network. Nevins went on to say that although the show is a space-based science fiction, it's not actually fantasy. I think you'll find it is, Dave. We're not sure how you define fantasy, but anything that can't actually happen in real life pretty much sums it up. And we're almost certain there is not a war going on between man and aliens right now. And finally, what do we know about the creative team behind the show? When the show was first announced, it was revealed that Kyle Killen was going to write the show. Although being largely inexperienced in the sci-fi genre, he's been behind shows such as Fox's Lone Star and Awake, which featured on NBC. After these, he was involved with the unsuccessful Mind Games, which, along with the other shows, only ran for 1 season. It is a big gamble by the network to install a writer who hasn't seen a lot of success with previous shows, and should this one flunk, they'll only really have themselves to blame. We don't want to write Killen off, however, as he is a young, up-and-coming guy, so hopefully he can put a marker down with this one and prove to the world he has what it takes. Joining Killen as showrunner is Steve Kane, who's been behind shows such as American Dad and The Last Ship. In the director's chair will be Otto Bathurst, who has been known for his participation in Charlie Brooker's hit dystopian series Black Mirror. As always, thanks for tuning in today, guys, and remember to stop by next time for some more fun and games. Also, why not share this video far and wide in appreciation of the upcoming Halo show? You know you want to. Bye, guys.